Hi, this is Jurgen Rasmussen. Welcome to the Provocative Hypnosis vlog. Thought I would make a quick, sweet episode today reflecting on a client failure and some takeaways from client failures, both for those of us who are the guide and for the client. So, a few years ago, a guy flew in from France, sincere, wanted to resolve an issue, flew in to spend a couple of days with me, and we did quite a bit of work. And I failed completely. Now, when I say I failed completely, I'm not implying that I am ever the one who creates the change. That's, of course, not the case. It's always the client who changes or not. So, when doing change work, um, whatever outcomes appear, you know, what I bring to the table as the guide, as the coach matters. My skill, my insight, my experience, what I bring to the table matters. What the client brings to the table in terms of the capacity to focus, to be in touch with their own experience, to self-reflect, to listen, their level of commitment, perspective taking. These things also matter a lot, and the relationship between us matters, and all sorts of other contextual matters. So when I say that I failed with the client, what I mean to say is context I generated, uh, what I suggested, what I said, what I did, tasks I gave, the way I followed up, none of that proved to resonate or be useful in the slightest. The client didn't change at all. The client also brought his partner. I did some work with a partner, and there were some results with the partner, but nothing impressive there either. Nothing to write home about. Now, there's nothing special about me having that experience with a client. I have had tons of clients over the last, now this is my 23rd year of clients who I've failed spectacularly. But I always say to my clients, look, if you ever solve this, get in touch with me. Let me know. I want that information. Uh, And I had some communication with that particular client a few days ago, and the client said that he had solved it instantaneously, had an instantaneous insight, which seemed very obvious in retrospect, and had done some work on himself, based upon that insight, and had, for all practical purposes, solved it. So this can happen. Now, you might be tempted to think that as I want to think, my ego wants to think that, oh, some of the stuff that we did together, may have influenced that insight, but it may have had nothing to do with it whatsoever. It may even have gotten in the way, for all I know. Maybe he would have had that insight way earlier, hadn't it been for the work that we did together. So, why am I bringing this up? Well, if you are a client or you ever seek someone out for help, never ever make the mistake of concluding that just because you as a team with that particular agents of change, coach or therapist, were unable to change or did not change, that means that change is impossible. Don't ever make that mistake. Just interpret it as, what I did in collaboration with that particular person at that particular time didn't seem to resonate. So, quite a few years ago, there was a guy, the founder of positive psychology, Martin Seligman. He wrote a book called What You Can Change and What You Can't. And I think that's just a case of breathtaking arrogance and ignorance, because what he's essentially doing is that he's conflating Instead of saying, this is what I reliably know how to help you with, this is what I and my colleagues realistically can help you with. Instead of saying that, he's projecting those limitations onto humanity as a whole and saying, you know, uh, well, if I and my colleagues don't know how to help you, that means that no one does, including you. And that I think is extremely arrogant and fuzzy case of sloppy thinking. Something else to take from this too, as an agent of change, is make sure that your client knows that you want that information, that you appreciate it, and that it's welcome, that your ego is not in the way. I've lost track of how many clients I've seen over the years who've gone back to their physician or psychiatrist or psychologist and reported amazing changes, and they get met with indifference often at best, or yeah, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, you know, um, or anger, or that can't be, or it's great that the work that we did finally resulted in something good. So make sure that you let your clients know that you want that information. It's welcome. Um, I hope this was useful for you. If you're looking to make some change, or for some good quality mentoring, and my ideas resonate, you can reach me at provocativehypnosis.com. Until next time, have a great day.